this skill is the pulse. So I'm gonna wash hands, knock knock. Good morning, my name is Xavier, I'll be your senior for today. Is it okay if I check your wristband? Mary Jones, nice to meet you. How would you like to be addressed? Mrs. Jones? All right, so is it okay if I check your pulse? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close the curtains, and then I'm gonna sit next to the patient. Remember that the radial pulse is located on the thumb side using your index and middle fingers. So I'm actually gonna check using a watch. Make sure you have a watch with a second hand, similar to this one. And then I'm gonna choose a time frame on the clock, and I'm gonna count for 1 whole minute. I'm responsible for the clock, so I have to count, I have to say start, and then at the end I have to say stop. That way the nurse knows my counting time. So I say start, 1 minute passes, then I say stop, and then I'm gonna tell the nurse my answer. You're gonna write it down, and then if the nurse is happy with the answer, you could do the closing. If they're not happy with it, you have to redo it again. So let's say I did the pulse correctly. So here's your call light, here's your phone, tissue, water, and magazines. If there's anything else you need, just let me know and I'll be right back. So I'll open the curtains, I'll wash my hands, step outside, record, and report. Tips for the pulse. If you pull the pulse card, some of the things that you can do to help your partner, definitely hydrate, drink a lot of water. That will help the pulse sites, easier to palpate. You can feel the pulses better that way. And then also if you're using a watch with a second hand, look at the clock, but then also make sure to close your eyes and then make sure you're really palpating and feeling that pulse, because if you keep looking at the clock all the time, you might be actually counting the ticking of the second hand. Another thing too is that you want to make sure that you are confident with your answer. If you're not sure, just check it again. You have 2 opportunities to check the pulse on your partner. Those are my tips for the pulse.